Hello students, welcome in that ROSE project. This project is conducted by Ray Shikshan Samsthas Sadguru Gadge Maharaj College Karad. Myself is Mrs. Deshmukh NS. My subject is physics. I'm going to teach you rotational dynamics. Already we completed one first lecture. In that lecture we discussed about the circular motion. There are some parameters: centripetal force, uniform circular motion, non-uniform circular motion. Also in that we discussed two application of uniform circular motion. In this lecture we are going to discuss third application. There are some parameters and conical pendulum. So which point we are going to discuss? Let me see on the screen. From that, first is their vehicle on a bank road. Second, necessity of angle of banking. Vehicle on bank road with limits. In that, first limit is lower speed limit. Another limit is the upper speed limit. And last point we are going to discuss, it is a conical pendulum. Now we will go one by one. Vehicle on bank road. See there, we should know the two applications are differ than the vehicle on bank road. Whenever any vehicle is revolving on a horizontal circular track, that time it will become the circular motion of that vehicle. We know for circular motion, centripetal force is very important. The necessary centripetal force we are getting when the vehicle is on a horizontal circular track by the static friction force. That static friction force is present in between the tires. That static friction force is present in between the tires of vehicle and the road surface. See there, whenever any vehicle is traveling along a horizontal circular road, it is required for that vehicle centripetal force, so it can easily take a turn on that vehicle. So this force is given by the friction force, but every time that static friction force is not present, the road is not uniform. So for that, the best remedy is that bank road. It is called as the super elevation. The process of rising outer edge of a road over its inner edge through a certain angle is known as bank road. See there, whenever the circular track is there on a playground, we can see 400-meter track is there, 800-meter track is there. The outer edge of that circular track is going to increase by some height over inner edge through a certain angle. Such process is called as an angle of banking. It is called as a banked road, otherwise a super elevation. See here, we are also writing some point why that angle of banked we required. See there, taking a turn on a horizontal road, the force of static friction between the tires of the vehicle and the road provides the necessary centripetal force. That static friction force, it is balances centrifugal force also. We know centripetal force and centrifugal force, they both are same in magnitude. The directions are differ there. The frictional force is having an upper limit. Now, how the bank road look, we can show by the diagram. H is the increase in the height of outer edge, theta is the angle of banking, x is the horizontal surface, L is the distance in between outer edge and inner edge. If we understand the banking of road, so we can understand angle of banking. See there, the surface of curved road are tilted. Tilted means we are giving height to it. The surface of curved roads are tilted with the horizontal with some angle theta. This is called banking of a road, or the road is said to be banked. Simple definition is there. The angle of banking is theta. Angle of banking is defined as the angle between the curved road and the horizontal surface. Now here we can see some points. That points will shows us the necessity of angle of banking. Here one equation is there in between H, L and theta. H is equal to L sin theta. H is the height of bank road. L is the distance between outer and inner edge. Theta is angle of banking. Now we can move toward the necessity of angle of banking. For that, we required to see one video. From that video, we will get idea exactly the necessity of an angle of banking. See, some vehicles are there that are traveling along a curved road. If they are traveling along the curved road, if in between tires and road surface, the sufficient static friction is present there, that time the vehicle will revolve easily and safely along the curved road. If that centripetal force is not present there, the vehicle will go tangential to the circular path and there is a possibility of the accident. So some points are there, that points will shows us the necessity of an angle of banking. First is there, the force is not reliable. Which force? Static friction force, because that force provides the necessary centripetal force. The force is not reliable. Every time the road is not uniform. This is the first case. In second case, rainy season, oil is spreading and water is spreading on the surface of road. So there is possibility of an accident of the vehicles. Second one is there, if that static friction force is present there, if that force is not sufficient, so in this case there is a skidding or skipping of the vehicle in outward direction. If we want to avoid that three condition, it is very important for the angle of banking. So these are the some points which will shows us the necessity of the angle of banking. Now let me move toward our next point. In that point we can get idea how the vehicle is present on the bank road. So which forces are present there. Just now we understand the bank road, how the diagram of that bank road. See there, bank road is shown and on that bank road the vehicle is present there. Here we are taking only vertical section of a vehicle when the vehicle is present on banked curve road. That curve road having the radius r and theta is the angle of banking. Otherwise we can say theta is the angle in between banked road and horizontal. See, when vehicle is present on the bank road, on that vehicle forces are present there. So which forces are there? First of all, there is force due to its weight mg. The direction of that mg is vertically downward. Another force is the normal reaction. That normal reaction is perpendicular to the surface of road. It is resolved into two components. First is the vertical component n cos theta. Another is their horizontal component n sin theta. See here, in that frictional force is present there, but we are going to ignoring the frictional force. Why? Sufficient frictional force is not present there. That's time we are using the remedy of banking of a road. Another air resistance also we are going to ignore here. So by watching the figure, understanding the direction of forces, we can write the equation n cos theta is equal to mg. They are opposite to each other vertically in opposite direction. Another is there n sin theta. This component of normal reaction will give us a centripetal force. N sin theta is equal to mr omega square is equal to mv square upon r. Now by solving that equation, we have to find out the value for tan theta. So what we are doing, sin theta divided by cos theta. The n they are going to cancel each other. So tan theta is equal to v square upon r. We are using the second formula of that centripetal force. Sin theta divided by cos theta. They are going to cancel each other, v square upon rg. From that tan theta, we will get the equation for the angle of banking. Theta is equal to tan inverse of v square upon rg. And finally, we are getting the value for safe speed of a vehicle on bank road. It is equal to in root rg tan theta. V is equal to in root rg tan theta. For the safe speed of a vehicle on bank road, we are discussing only two forces, weight mg and normal reaction. Normal reaction having two components. Just we understood which component is balancing to mg, which component is balancing to the centripetal force. Now this vehicle is on bank road. It having also limits. If the vehicle is on bank road with a lower limit, then which forces are present on that vehicle we are going to see. Vertical section is shown there. The road is banked, but the speed is lower speed. We know for most safe speed, what is most safe speed for bank road? In root rg tan theta. For that r and theta are fixed. But now here condition is going to change. Why? Here we have to use limit for the lower speed. So our speed will not remain Vs. It will become V1. For lower speed, we are using V1. On that vehicle, forces are present there. Normal reaction, perpendicular to road, it having two component, n cos theta, vertical component, n sin theta, horizontal component, and force is due to weight mg, vertically downward. In this case, we are discussing here the static friction force in between the tires and road surface. The static friction force direction is along the inclination of road, vertically upward. That thing you remember, the direction of static friction force. In upper limit, it is vertically downward, but in lower limit, the direction of that static friction force is along the road of inclination, vertically upward direction. It having two component, F sin theta, vertical component, another F cos theta, horizontal component. Now here just we understood the forces, the directions. Now we are putting in the form of mathematical equation. I am keeping the diagram, we will get idea. Here our speed is lower. That means n sin theta. We know for safe speed, n sin theta is equal to centripetal force. In that centripetal force, velocity is present there, speed is present there. But here condition is there, our speed is smaller. So in that mv square upon r, this will become in lower limit mv1 square upon r. For lower speed, we are using v1. So n sin theta is greater than mv1 square upon r. Now we know the forces. By that forces, we can write mathematical mg is single in downward direction, but n cos theta and fs sin theta, they are in vertical upward direction. They are balancing to mg. So we are writing first equation. Second equation, n sin theta is toward the center of motion. This gives the centripetal force, but F cos theta, it is opposite to sin theta. As per the direction, we can write first equation mg is equal to fs sin theta plus n cos theta. First equation. Second, mv1 square upon r is equal to n sin theta minus fs cos theta. N sin theta and fs cos theta, they both are opposite to each other, but their resultant is given centripetal force. Here condition is there, our speed is minimum. V1 is equal to minimum speed. If speed is minimum, that means static friction force is maximum. So static friction force is directly proportional to normal reaction. Here we are getting the coefficient of static friction force. We are going to solve the two equation, first and second, putting their all values. We got the final value for V minimum. When the vehicle is present on the bank road, what is the value of minimum speed? It is equal to in root rg multiple by in bracket tan theta minus mu s divided by 1 plus mu s tan theta, bracket complete. This is the minimum speed for the vehicle when the vehicle is present on the bank road. Here the Vmax is maximum. Sorry, Fmax is maximum. That means mu s, coefficient of static friction, it is more than the tan theta. That means here the velocity is minimum. This condition is true for rough road and when the roads are banked at the smaller angle. The banking is present there, but angle should be small. So this is our first limit. In that lower limit we discussed. Now the vehicle on a bank road with the upper limit, the diagram is shown there. In that diagram, main difference is there, the direction of a static friction force along the inclination of road vertically downward in upper limit and in lower limit vertically upward. As the direction of static friction, the force of static friction changes, their components direction also going to changes. So first here condition is there, our speed is minimum. No, our speed is maximum. Minimum just now we discussed. Speed is maximum, that means we know n sin theta is going to balance a centripetal force. So here V2 is greater than in root rg tan theta. So mv2 square divided by r is greater than n sin theta. On that vehicle forces are present. Here the direction of static friction force is changing. So the component's direction also changing. First is force due to weight mg, vertically downward. Another normal reaction n, perpendicular the surface of road. It's having two component, n cos theta vertically upward, n sin theta horizontally toward the center of motion. Next is the static friction force. Its direction, this force is between the road surface and tire. Its direction is along the inclination of road, but in downward direction. That is very important. So it having the two component, F sin theta vertically downward parallel to mg. Next is the f cos theta to horizontal component toward the center of motion. It is in the direction of n sine theta. Now just we understood the diagram and all the forces. Let we go toward the mathematical equation. How we are going to write vehicle on a bank road with the upper limit. All things we discuss. Just we are writing mathematical equation mg and fs in same direction and n cos theta in opposite direction. So mg is equal to n cos theta minus fs sin theta. First equation. Similarly, we can write second equation for centripetal force. mv2 square upon r is equal to n sin theta plus fs cos theta. Fs cos theta and n sin theta, they are in same direction. So their resultant is giving us centripetal force. But in this case, our speed is maximum. Here, see, speed is maximum. So Fs is maximum. We know Fs, static friction force, is directly proportional to normal reaction. So in that, when we are solving that first and second equation by putting all substitutions, we got maximum speed for a vehicle when the vehicle is present on the bank road. It is in root rg multiplied by in bracket tan theta plus mu s divided by 1 minus mu s tan theta bracket complete. This is the value for a vehicle on bank road with the upper limit. Speed is greater than that time. We are getting the value of Vmax. Here, just now we said static friction force is maximum. Mu x is maximum. Here, mu s is equal to cot theta. That time, Vmax is infinity. When the mu s value will become cot theta, the velocity of that vehicle on the bank road, it will become maximum. So we can understand how dangerous it is. It will not go safely. We can say the velocity is maximum, but it is not safe velocity, not safe speed. But we know that mu x maximum, it having the value, it having the limit, it equal to 1. That means, thus, theta is greater than or equal to 45 degree. That time the velocity will become infinity. If the angle of banking is more than 45 degree and the angle of banking is more than 45 degree, on such bank road the vehicle is traveling, its value will become maximum. So it is a limit. And then minimum heavy bank road, this limit is for the minimum and heavily bank road. The angle of banking should be less than 45 degree. Otherwise, if it is greater than 45 degree, the velocity will become maximum. Now here we have to put one substitution in the minimum equation of minimum velocity in equation of maximum velocity. For mu s, if we are putting the value of mu s is equal to 0 in the equation of minimum velocity and in the equation of maximum velocity, the both equations will become Vs is equal to in root rg tan theta. By this substitution, mu s is equal to 0, we are getting the value of speed. That value is the safest speed. Okay. Now we are going towards our last point. Here, this safest speed of vehicle is for when the vehicle is traveling on the bank road. Last point from that lecture is there. It is conical pendulum. Let me revise some two definition. Then we are going to see the definition of conical pendulum. The diagram is shown here. First, pendulum, tiny mass connected to a long, flexible, massless, inextensible string and suspended to a rigid support is called a pendulum. Here one string is from that rigid support. At the other end of the string, tiny mass is there. The characteristics of the strings are there: long, flexible, massless, inextensible, and it is to the rigid support. It is called as a pendulum. And when that string is made to oscillate in a single vertical plane, it is called as a simple pendulum. If we want to understand conical pendulum, we should know simple pendulum, we should know pendulum. Let me move towards our main definition, conical pendulum. A conical pendulum is a heavy metallic sphere suspended by a lightweight, slightly extensible string from a rigid support. That means here sphere is present there at the one end of the string, another end of string is from connected to the rigid support. That means this string is suspended to rigid support. String having the some characteristics: lightweight, slightly extensible, and it is from the rigid support, and the sphere also having characteristics. It is heavy metallic sphere. So by that arrangement we can understand pendulum, simple pendulum and conical pendulum. Let me move towards our next point. In that we are watching some parameters from the diagram, and we can understand which forces are present on that sphere. See there some things, the sphere having the mass m, so we can say m is the mass of the bob. The string having the length L is the length of the string, S is the rigid support, H is the axial height, R is the radius of horizontal circle. In that circle string is going to revolve, that horizontal circle having the radius R. We can understand theta is the semi-vertical angle of cone. As the string is revolving in that horizontal circle, the string is making angle theta with its vertical position when it is present in equilibrium position. Mg is the weight of bob, T is the period of revolution. Now here instead of T0 cos theta, in that diagram F cos theta is there, F sin theta, we are using T0 sin theta. So we can understand T0 means also force due to tension. So you can get idea from that diagram. Here on that bob two forces are present there. First is there force due to its weight mg, it is directed vertically downward. Another force is due to the tension in the string, it is directed along the string in upward direction, that means toward the rigid support. Here we are showing S is the rigid support. Now we understand the forces, just we are writing some mathematical equation. See there that T, tension is resolved into two components. First is there T0 cos theta, it is vertically upward direction. Another component is there T0 sin theta, it is horizontal component, it is toward the center of horizontal circle. Now see there two component, T cos theta vertically upward, T0 sin theta horizontal and toward the center. That T0 cos theta, it is equal to mg, because T0 cos theta and mg, they are vertically in opposite direction. Another is there T0 sin theta, it will give us centripetal force toward the center of the horizontal circle, mr omega square. Now here dividing the equation number second by 1, we get that T0 they are getting to cancel each other, m they are going to cancel each other. By dividing equation second by 1, we are writing the answer of that division in terms of omega square. So omega square is equal to g sin theta upon r cos theta. We know omega and t are interrelated to each other. Omega is equal to 2 pi upon t, otherwise t is equal to 2 pi upon T is equal to pi upon omega. T is the period of revolution. So here one another substitution is there from that diagram. R is the radius of horizontal circle. R is equal to L sin theta. L is the length of string. By putting this value in omega square, we are getting the value for omega. Omega is equal to 2 pi upon T is equal to in root G upon L cos theta. And finally, if we are getting the value of omega, if we are making the by rearranging the term, we are getting the value of t. T is equal to 2 pi upon omega. Finally, t is equal to 2 pi into in root L cos theta upon g. If we are getting the time period of revolution of conical pendulum, we are getting the frequency. We know frequency is nothing but the reciprocal of time. Frequency of revolution n is equal to 1 upon t, and by putting this value we will get 1 upon 2 pi into in root g upon L cos theta. So in this video lecture today we are completed the vehicle on bank road with lower limit, with upper limit, and last point also we completed. That point is their conical pendulum. In that point we found the period of conical pendulum and frequency of revolution. Okay, in this way we completed today's session. Thank you.